Today we're going to be doing something a bit nerdy. Surprise, surprise. We're going to be building a sample and hold, or using Ableton Live devices to create a chain that has an automation or modulation parameter that we can assign to sampling within the pad sound that makes it sporadic and move often. Some kind of feedback loop, envelope followers, things like that. I'm not too sure how we're going to go about it, but we'll have some fun getting there. Just to recap, we're building this kind of pad. We have a main pad. We have this ARP, which only plays G major. And we have some noise. Just quickly, I'm going to change the voices to mono because we only need one voice for the noise. That's all good. Okay, let's just go ahead and build this. So we'll create a new chain. We'll call it sample and hold, even though it's not really going to be a sample and hold in the end. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we'll do. And I need, we'll use an operator. I need a constant source of amplitude. So we'll just keep it as a sine wave. We'll turn off the filter. And now let's go ahead and put an envelope follower, not a compressor, an envelope follower over that. So this is just going to follow the amplitude outputting from this oscillator. I can even turn this off and mute it because we're not going to be using this for audio. So there's a fairly consistent curve. So if I do solo this, and you know what, I'm just going to put this on a fixed value because all we need is the volume data to display here. I can bring the gain up a bit. I need to turn off the velocity. That's probably on the oscillator level. Here we go. So bring that to 0 just so we get the same level no matter how hard we push the key. Now let's put the LFO on the amplitude of volume A. So I'm going to take it away from the pitch of all of these operators and we'll just send it to os volume A. Bring the amount up. And there we go. And we can control it here with the rate. We'll turn the retrigger off so it's just constant. I'll bring the gain up again now. And now I can just not have this playing. I'm going to choose something within this main pad that is a good parameter that has quite an effect on the sound, just as a kind of a placeholder so we can attach these modulations that we're creating. I'm going to guess maybe FM's a good move. Solo the main pad. Maybe if we make the tuning 50%. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just attach that envelope follower to the FM amount here. So as we play a note, keep that on 50. So that's pretty drastic, but I like having something that's very obvious while we're working with this. Okay, so that's cool. So what I want is I want to kind of take sample data from another source. So let's put in a gate. Bring the return down. So this envelope follower is not going to give us anything unless there is a signal of amplitude going over this gate value. So if I bring the threshold down, there you go, and you can see we've already started kind of shaping that there. I'll tell you what, this is going to get really screechy and annoying, so let's remove the mapping from the FM amounts. Let's map it to the frequency. Very good. So again, if I bring the rate up here, bring this threshold up a little bit more. Need to bring, okay, let's put another LFO in here. So this is going to kind of be our second source, I guess. And let's map this to the threshold of the gate. Okay. So here's our rate. This is, the gain is too much. Let's bring this down just so we get a nice curve at the end. Ooh, I'll tell you what would be cool. Let's open up our multi-map area and let's map this to the rate of the LFO. So remember, this is controlling the LFO on the volume or the amplitude of the oscillator. And it's probably just going to kill everything. Yep, oh, we need to play some notes. So you can see the rate moving there. So this is interesting. Now we're kind of in a bit of a loop and we can start doing some weird stuff. What if we just bring the gain up here? Let's bring the rate of this up. Okay, we need to bring the min and the max value up here, I think. What if we go on the opposites? What if we also map this to this? Bring the max value down, bring it up a bit. Getting some cool shapes, that's for sure. Let's what if we bring the offset up here? No. Depth. I'm trying to find like a sweet spot now. Nearly. Let's try closing this. Okay, let's bring the gain down a bit. It's looking a bit better. If we give it some fall. So when I play more than one note, the operator is outputting more amplitude, so that's quite interesting. So that's going to kind of boost it up. So one's just giving us a little peak, but if I play two, or three. So let's make this monophonic. If we bring the threshold down here, I mean, that's quite nice, but it's a bit too rhythmic. I mean, we could do something crazy, like we could also map this to the return. Let's remove the fall here just for a sec. Okay, we'll go back and we'll raise the rate. Let's change the shape of this to... You go on. I think I might have liked the additional amplitude with the polyphonic, so let's bring that back. Why is this rate gone? Oh. Bring the rate down a bit. Ooh, too much. Okay, so once it kind of like gets beyond the threshold point of the gate, then we get a bit lost. So, well, there we go. Let's change this back to we'll go for a triangle. So the rate is way too fast. We could try mapping it to the depths as well. Let's go in the opposites. Bring the offset up a bit. Where is our threshold mapping here? It's here. Okay, let's bring it down. This is the... Oh, the LFO rate is here. Let's just bring the filter min up a little bit. Okay, so we've got an interesting shape here. It's not as epic as I was hoping, but let's try assigning it to a different sound. So rather than having, let's close this down. Actually, we'll close this down. Rather than having it on the filter frequency, let's add a second oscillator. Let's go maybe harmonics. Let's go ahead and apply that sample and hold to the position of the harmonics. Let's play with different shapes here. Let me bring this down a few octaves. Let's try instruments. Keep going. Let's bring the volume up a bit. Give it a little bit of attack on the amp. Bit too much, maybe 1 second, just for testing purposes. So this is strings. Let's bring the range down on the mapping from this, so we'll bring it all the way down to 0. That's the OSC2 wavetable position. Try some more. Oh, we're into noise now. That could be cool. I'll tell you what, let's send the noise to a second filter. So we need to change these to split. We'll make this one a bandpass. And we'll go back to our fancy machine and we'll map this to that filter frequency of the bandpass, and we'll reverse the min and the max. So let's have a look at that now. Kind of adds a bit of weirdness to it. Here's our reverb. I'm going to try a different one. Let's change the noise wavetable too. Maybe not a band pass. Just make it a low pass for now. Let's try bringing this down a couple of octaves. Now that could be cool. Bring the volume down, of course, and let's go ahead and mash the reverb. And let's put the art back on. Still not quite happy with this, but it's cool. It's a cool little a little system that we've got set up anyway. The arps, let's make these a little bit poppy. So I'm just going to apply an envelope to the filter frequency, and we'll make it a square. And yeah, so Mr. Asymmetrical Faces recommended that I put in an operator and use the random pan, but I'm quite keen on keeping the wavetable, so to get a similar effect, I'm going to go into my matrix and I'm going to assign the velocity to the pan of this. Because we're dealing with MPE, it means that if I was to put a random velocity in here, we're getting pretty tech, it's cool. So we need a MIDI effect, random velocity, just put it after this, bring that up. I should probably, no, this should be good. So that should work. Okay, that's kind of working. Will the outer spaces get rid of the stereo effect though? It's quite nice. Let's just pick a different wavetable here. Well, it's definitely moving around a lot and doing cool things, but you know what? I'm going to keep working on this. Not just because this is, a cool sound that I am ultimately going to use, but I am personally learning a lot doing this, and it's always good to just do something a little bit different. Find a different way to get from A to B, just to keep your brain nice and fresh. I will see you tomorrow.